talk about our basic setup for your string instrument if you play violin or viola. So I'm going to go ahead and take it out of my case. You're going to notice that there might be a little compartment on one end that hopefully has a shoulder rest with you. Things that you might need to get on your own are rubber bands. So I have 2 rubber bands here, and this little sponge is my shoulder rest. So I'm going to go ahead and take out my instrument. When I take it out, I want to grab it from either this end right here or this right here, one of the upper bouts they're called. So I'm going to grab it. You're going to notice I have 4 different strings. And here, this little end piece is going to be really important as we set up our shoulder rest. I'm going to go ahead and take out my shoulder rest as well, and the rubber bands. Now you're going to notice one of the ends is a little bit higher than another end, and one of the ends is a little bit more flat than the other. Now that's important because when we're setting up our instrument, we want to make sure that the upper end and the flatter end are on our left side. So our flatter end points up and it attaches just kind of right here. I shouldn't say attaches yet because it's just kind of on its own there. But that's where the rubber bands come in. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my rubber bands, and if you remember this little end pin around here, I'm just going to go ahead and put one around this end, and I'm going to pull it up to catch on this wing right there, and that should be just fine. Then I'll do the same thing with the other one, but just in the other direction. Whoop, it's kind of hard to do this with one hand. So, the rubber band goes around that end pin, and I'm going to pull it up and let it catch on the wing. So now I should have 2 rubber bands that are both just kind of caught on this end pin. If you want, you can adjust this one so that it goes underneath your chin rest, just like that. And you should have at the bottom your 2 rubber bands looking like this. Now from there, we can put our shoulder rest in. And again, our shoulder rest has the flat end facing up and the one that juts out a little bit more on the left side. We can put that right underneath our violin or viola, and then we would just have to move the rubber bands to catch them on each side. So there I have one rubber band, and I'm going to pull the other one as well around just like this. So that is our shoulder rest setup. You might have a different type of shoulder rest. This is just for anybody that has a sponge shoulder rest. So go ahead and give it a shot. Maybe ask for an adult's help because it can be a little bit tricky, especially I think to get some of the rubber bands set up. But yep, that's how we get our shoulder rest set up and taken out of the case.